I'd like to speak today on the outer versus the inner authority. Particularly in the yoga industry, the studio setting, workshop setting, there's a fallacy of the hierarchy of teacher, right? Someone who knows how to do yoga correctly, really how to do your life correctly, and then the student who adheres to the cues, to the sequence, to the life tips. And so many of us being advanced practitioners, I think, struggle with that line of making the practice our own and making our lives our own, really coming into the center of our own lives, making it ours fully. And in an environment like a yoga studio where it's encouraged to listen to the demand, to the cue, to the ideas, the theories of somebody else's practice. And so I want to play with that today in this contemplation, your relationship to the inner practitioner, really pushing your boundary of adhering to versus integrating the outer or the inner authority. So the outer authority is the judge and the jury, right? It's the external validation. And there's this endless, exhaustive seeking of approval, validation, worth, permission, allowance, right? Am I working hard enough? Am I doing enough? Am I good enough? Thin enough? Strong enough? Really distilled down, it's the self-critic which wonders lifelong, am I enough? Well, when no one else can answer that for us, when no one else can fill us with enoughness, can hold us in our longing, in our search, when we exhaust that seeking, that's a door. That's a door to the inner authority, which has a way to evaluate what's being stirred up in our lives, on our mats, in our practice field that's more meaningful than the binary, punitive judgment of right, wrong, good, bad. Right? It's about integrity and alignment to our values, our desires, our knowing, our intuitive prowess. And so to trust the inner authority means that when that self-critic voice comes, right? Am I enough? It's not an open-ended question that we're constantly yearning to have answered by external entities, parent figures, institutions, governments, gods, right? Religion, industry, media, the umbrella of the other. Instead, it's a deep internal relationship with standards, a discernment, trusting my process, that how I navigate myself through life, that there's no right way to come home, trusting that I get to govern in my life what's worthy. What's worthy of giving my time to, my attention, my energy, my concerns, my money. Yes, of course we need to course correct and engage with other currents of feedback. You know, we're a tribal communal species, so having the community we keep, the company we keep, be a force of recognition for when we've gone awry, astray in our own lives. It's important to have friends that push back, that call you out, right? Loved ones that see where you are and make some subtle suggestions. But as an adult, all of that becomes secondary to the inner authority. Self-realization, just such a abstract but sexy buzzword, right? What does that mean? It means that we recognize our nature as truth, as the North Star. and that our choices on whatever path we're on right now integrates our wounding, our original woundings in. It honors where we've come from. And this is sovereignty, right? This is the closeness to your own spirit. So the next time you go to a retreat, a teacher training, or even just a yoga class, push that boundary, play, find the edge of where am I performing for the outer authority, for someone to tell me I'm doing it right or wrong, I'm good or bad, I'm deserving, I'm worthy or no? And where is their true discernment from the inner life? Right? Sovereignty, I think, could really be summed up by this simple phrase: I am the authority of this life. So you all have probably heard the pagan creed, sometimes called the witch's creed. If that which you seek cannot be found within, it cannot be found without. And so the quest for validation, for worth, for identity, it often starts externally, but ultimately, may it guide us back home.